Hello everyone, welcome back to another of me sharing my journey with you towards becoming an executive pastry chef. And today I want to share from how did I ended up going into the USA to work, and I'm going to talk about how that changed my view on a lot of things. And so I remember I was working at this hotel, and there was a young man who came there, and he came from the USA, and he used to, he's always, encouraging me and to say, say you're tough though. Yeah, them time then at Jamaica, and when I do something good or you do something really well, then when I say, yeah man, you're tough man, you say you're tough. So at the time I didn't have a camera phone, and he had a BlackBerry phone, right? And if you know BlackBerry are way back then. And so what I used to ask him to do was to just take some pictures of what I was making, right? I don't know if you would want me to call his name, but he knows. And he used to, come around and take the pictures. And no matter what he's doing, once I call him, even if he's busy, he will give me the phone and say, go and take the picture. And even though I was not getting those pictures, I just wanted to know that I just wanted to know that the picture was being taken, And I remember he went away with the pictures in his phone, of course, because I didn't have a phone to get them. And he, I was facing some frustration at the job, and I was looking at myself and I said, what next? I've worked here, I've grown, and there must be something else. There must be beyond this. And I was really eager to grow beyond where I was. And I worked a few places already in Jamaica. And I said, I reached out to him one day and I, said how things, because when he was leaving, he told me, he said, youth, I don't tell you no lie, you're tough. And when I go over, if any time I hear of any opportunity or chance, I go make you know. So when I reach out to him on Facebook, and he say, yeah man, them a look somebody. And I said to him, yeah man, I would be interested. And he said to share or send my resume, and I send those. And he was like, just listen out and hear what is what. And so when he contacted the pastry chef there and the executive chef too, and he told them to say, this is a young man. And what they wanted some pictures. They wanted to see my work and what I was doing. At that time when he was there and they said that they wanted a picture, I got myself a phone that can take picture, right? And I think it was a BlackBerry phone too. I didn't buy it from the store. I think my brother, I just bought it from my brother, and for a reasonable price. And I just start taking pictures. And if anybody knows me, that I will take pictures, and I love taking pictures. So every time I keep taking picture, and I remember when they thought that they was going to reach out to me, and they started the process of me going back there. And I remember I didn't know what to do. I was so nervous, right? Just tried to save up, the money to pay, the necessary fees that I would want to. And I remember, so I want to shout out to Adrian Morris. Yeah, definitely have to do that. He's the one that reached out to the chef and said, and he used to take the pictures, and he reached out to the chef and said, boy, this one is a prominent one. And I remember when I was going through the phase of doing the process to go to send off all my documents, I had someone that was, telling me how to, about the questions, because it's the first I'm going to be going to the embassy, right? I don't know what to expect. I know that, a lot of persons go there and it doesn't work out for them. And I remember, I was going through some questions, and I reached out to a sister of mine. Her name is Ardia Ricketts. Her name is Ardia, and definitely, we sat down and we go through the questions, and I went up there. I remember when I was at the embassy, and they literally asked me about 13 questions, and I really had to thank the preparation to go there, because at the time it's almost as if they were asking so much question to say which one he's not going to be able to answer, and that's when it came through. I got through and I went to the US. I was so excited when I got there and start seeing things from a different scope, through a different lens, from a different angle, and just start working with a diverse with more diverse people. There were persons from Philippines, there was persons from South Africa, Mexico, and I just decided that I was gonna settle in more with what I do, because I saw that the skill that I have of that I worked on and developed on from a young age, which I just keep pushing, not coming from a background of no chef in my family, not coming from a background where my parents, where my mother used to be able to push me, but just coming from a place of passion and a place of vision and a place of constant determination. I was in the USA, and I said that I'm just gonna keep pressing and keep pushing it. And I remember one of when I just got there, we work a lot. We work like, I think I worked probably about a month and a half, no day off, every single day at it. And there was a co-worker there who, her birthday was in, I think, November. I did a cake with the Jamaica flag on the inside, and Jamaica themed colors and all, with fondant and all, and everybody loved it. I was like, wow. And I remember I made a chocolate centerpiece, and when I made a chocolate centerpiece, my chef did not use it, and I wondered why, and I kind of felt away. But it was long after I recognized, and I said, yes, I saw the reason why. But when I got to the USA, one of my first lessons that I learned, I thought that I was humble, but the first lesson that I learned was humility. Humility was the first lesson, because I was always humble. Anybody know me know that I was always a humble person, but it was a different level of humility that I learned when I was in the USA. And so I started to focus on being more humble, being more appreciative to other skill, my skill, because my pastry chef she was very good. There was nothing that you can put her in and she could not deliver. She was versatile as well, and she know the authentic pastries. Whichever cuisine you can think of, she will make it the classical, authentic way. And so that is something that I really admire. And I said, okay, I'm gonna take on this journey to making whatever I'm making. I want to do it the right way, and I want to do it the authentic, classical way. And so yes, humility was the first one. So until next time, stay tuned for more. Continue to listen, and I will continue to share my journey. Take care.